everybody, and a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And if you don't celebrate Christmas and New Year, I hope you're at least enjoying a little bit of a festive season. Good evening to everybody. I hope you are all well. I know people are going to start jumping on, so we'll start doing some hellos and such like. So if you are new to us, please drop a hello. Let me know you're new, because I love saying hello to our newbies. Also, I like saying hello to our current viewers, but it's always nice to know we've got new people coming on. I am Claire, and those are going to know it. You're going to roll your eyes when I say it. I am your medium, your host this evening. I still absolutely love that, nearly 3 years on after Richard taking me on. What a nutshell. So I hope you are all right. Now, what I will say at the very beginning is that you have two ways to watch SPTV. You can watch SPTV on Facebook, and if Facebook goes wibbly wobbly, you can watch it on YouTube and vice versa. So we are streaming both on Facebook and on YouTube. And I will be working with those on Facebook and YouTube. So I'll just allow your loved ones to come through. Well, good evening to everybody, as I said, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if you're not celebrating Christmas, I hope you're going to be at least enjoying some of the festive time off. And like I said, please let us know you are new. So I see Debbie on YouTube is new. So hello, Debbie. Lovely to see you. Welcome to SPTV. So if you are new, I always like to explain how the show is going to run this evening, just so you've got an understanding, because each medium or each host presents their show slightly different. Now, how I will work is I like to share a poem. Now, the poem came all about when we first started doing Heavenly Sprinkle Show. And rather than doing an address, which is what you end up doing in spiritual churches, I brought a poem in. And it's just become one of them things that every fortnight you come along, you come to watch, and there is a poem shared. And this is guided from my guide and also your loved ones. Sometimes your loved ones will influence it. Sometimes it will be my guides will go, let's share this poem. And the thing about the poems are they are guided messages from your loved ones, from the guides, from the spirit world. And they're also given to you just in case I can't get round to every single person. Especially if we have a busy night, it's not always easy for me to be able to read for everybody. And generally there will be something within the poem. It might be a line, it might be the verse, it might even just be the author, the name of the author, that can give you that link and connection into the spirit world. So we'll do a little poem, we'll do some hellos, the other way around, and then we'll move into our evening of mediumship. Now, we honestly do not mind you commenting, saying who you want to speak to, all of that. We love this interaction. Richard and I love that interaction. And all we ask in return, because this is 100% free, Richard does this with his free time. I do this for my free time as well. We both enjoy doing this, supporting the spirit world and yourselves. All we ask for you to do is just please make sure that you like, follow SPTV, and you share us out so we can keep reaching more people, especially with Facebook and YouTube. Their algorithms aren't always good. So let's do some hellos first, and then we'll move into our poem, and then we'll move into our mediumship, or the evening of mediumship. So hello Tans and Rowan, you're watching from first time watching me, and you are watching from YouTube. Loving the motorbikes. Hi Kim, lovely to see you. And are you saying hello to Richard? So Richard surely says back hello to you. Hello Mitch, lovely to see you, and I can see that you are watching from YouTube as well. Hello, Laura. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good evening from me, from Canada. And Merry Christmas to you and your family. Oh, thank you very much. Hello, Sarah. Lovely to see you. That's Sarah L on YouTube. Lovely to see you and welcome. Hi, Nikki. Oh, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. And thank you so much. Nikki is watching from YouTube. And thank you so much. Lovely for your kind. Hello, Renee. Lovely to see you. I hope you are well and you're watching it on Facebook. Hi, Pat from New Jersey, USA. Is it cold over there? It's not very cold over here. It's a little bit chilly in England, but it's not massively cold. And down south in Essex, it's not cold at all, really. Good evening, Michael. Blessings from Ira, from Ireland. Lovely to see you. I hope you are well. And hello, Suzanne. Lovely on Facebook. So as I said, a big shout out to everybody else that's dropping in your hellos. Please say hellos. And what I always say is, if you recognise names, either because you recognise them from watching me on my page, or you've seen other similar names, you've seen a person's name on the other events and lives and shows you've done, drop a hello to each other, because it's always nice to know that there are other people, and no doubt you'll have recognised names, and names will be your names being recognised. I always say, shout out if you see somebody, always take that step forward to say hello. And we've got another person from Ireland. I wonder if Spirit's giving me a nudge regarding me and my island connections. Right, I'm going to now move into our poem. So as I said, if you're new, the poems are about giving you a message. So even if you do not get a message this evening from me, you are able to take the poem away. Now, I have used this poem before. It is shared on my page, and I used it on Thundersleep, but Spirit sort of said this is a very poignant poem at the moment. Now, I will say I don't know who the author is, so somebody may well know the author, but you no doubt a few of you would have seen this poem dotting around Facebook. It hasn't even got a name. We're going to have to come up for a name. The poem says, if Christmas is hard, so I've got to just put it in front of me so I can see it, so I'm not looking to the side. If Christmas is hard, if you've lost someone dear, just look into your heart and you know they're still here. A star in the sky, the light falling snow, the robin outside, it seems like they know. If this is a time when you're struggling through, just do what you can, for what matters is you. There is no need to be merry, there is no need to be bright. Just do what you can, it will be all right. And I know so many of you at this period of time may find that you don't want to enjoy the Christmas festive. I know from a personal point of view, my dad lost my granddad leading up to Christmas, and for many, many years, he didn't want to celebrate Christmas. It became a period of sadness rather than a period of joy. And your loved ones are with you in this period of time. And the poem comes in to sort of remind you not only that your loved ones are with you, they're here this evening, they will be with you, they will be giving you signs, they will be beside you at that Christmas table. But it's also to say, do you know what? It's okay if all you want to do this festive season is pull the curtains or blinds, shut up shop, shut the door, and say ta-ta 2025, and just be in your own bubble. And it's okay. It's okay if you chose this year to say, do you know what? I don't want to be involved in Christmas. I'm not even putting the Christmas tree up. It's okay if at the moment the only thing you can do with Christmas is financially is just have friends round for a cup of tea. The important thing is about making sure that whatever you choose to do for this festive season is right for you. And what's right for you may not be right for other people. And you might have other people that do not understand why you are not feeling festive this season, or they might not understand why is it this year you're not spending so much money, or you might not understand why you feel bad that you are not able to afford to spend everything else. It doesn't really matter what others think. This festive time is all about sort of saying just do what you can and it will be all right. You will get through to it, and it's okay if you choose to shut the door, say bye-bye 2024, I will see you next year in 2025. And your loved ones are with you at all times, and they come through this evening to reassure you, for those that do not want to celebrate Christmas, who have lost loved ones this year, last year, 2, 3, 4 years, however length, there is no time on the grieving process, that they are with you and they will be at your dinner table, or they will be sitting side by side, sharing a mince pie or sharing a drink, a cup of tea. It's just to say that they're going to be there to support you, and it's okay for you to do what's right for you. And I hope that gives those that are in a bit of a difficult position, whether it's because they've lost a loved one or whether it's because they cannot financially afford Christmas, or they're just really ready to say goodbye to 2024. I hope that gives you some reassurance to just make you feel it's okay. Because that's the biggest thing isn't it? Is at times is feeling like you must be like the showy of everything else, and actually it just means a load of I've got a person in spirit who's just walked in, has just gone, yeah, it's a low, and I'm like, no, we're not using the swear words. I have got somebody here who doesn't like Christmas. I'm sorry, just as I was reading it, I was like, spirits just walked in the door. So I love it when you've got loved ones that like to swear, because I have to be on my best behaviour. Right, I'm going to close the poem now because this person is just making me laugh my head off, because this person was a bit of a bar humbug and said it how it is. So this person's got a real down-to-earth character. So let me just put him on pause. So those that can take the person that would come in and next thing go, it's a loud, bleep, bleep, bleeps. Just know that this person's coming in. Right, for those that are new, this is where the part where spirits start, your loved ones start walking into the room, as I say, they start making themselves known to me. So then I know I need to start working into my mediumship side. All you have to do below is comment if you'd like to make a connection. Remember, sharing always helps and it helps the page grow. But if you can comment, if you want to say who you'd like to speak to, or if you want just to sort of say I'm open for a message, emojis, whatever works for you, that's completely fine. I'm going to allow your loved one to come through. He, she, obviously I've got a gentleman at the moment who's telling me he was 78 when he passed, so he would have been in his late 70s when he passed. He's a proper, like, if he wants to come in, he's elbowed and nudged people out the way. I will start getting the evidence. I'll start passing that through. We'll see where we're going. It may well be that I'm directed to an individual, or it may well be the person just starts chatting and will pass on your message. So as I said, this is a gentleman that when he walked in the door, when he was down on the earthly spirit, he just didn't really like Christmas. It wasn't a case that he didn't like Christmas. He loved the thoughts and the feelings of being around family, he tells me. However, it was all a load of codswallop. It's probably the safest word I can use with this gentleman, in the sense that he didn't like being forced to celebrate the festive season. He would quite happily, he tells me that he would quite happily have family round, celebrate and such like, get the odd box of chocolates. Apparently, somebody within the family loved Brazil nuts. The ones where you've got to shell them, yes, the Brazil nuts there, aren't they? Yes, okay, so it's the Brazil nuts. So there would have been a link in with Brazil nuts as well. And as I said, he comes in and he passed around about 78. 78, if it's not 78, then 1978 will be important. So generally don't tell me how they pop their age. Right, okay. He comes in also and he makes me feel that he had breathing problems before he passed. He was somebody that smoked, and he smoked a very long period of time, and there was damage to his lungs, he tells me. So he's talking to me about a damage to his lungs, but that wasn't how he passed. However, he either had to take oxygen or he really became a bit raspy. He come a bit raspy. Right, Nikki Pender, I want to come to you. Would you also understand that he used to blow raspberries on the kids' bellies? Either he blew raspberries because all of a sudden, as much as I've got the breathing of being raspy, but this is because of smoking, it's not how he died. I've also then got visions of blowing raspberries on kids' bellies. So although we had the Christmas part of it, Brazilians, but he had a different word for them. Okay, then I've got raspberries. So all of a sudden I can see just blowing raspberries on bellies. And I've also got I've got a little boy, so it may be your brother or your son. There's a little boy that keeps pulling up his tummy and having his tummy blown with raspberries. It's a bit like, please, I did blow bubbles on my tummy. Okay, because I'm like, I want to like lift my top up. No, obviously I'm not going to do that. But he's given me this memory of remembering a little child always wanting to put their belly up and say, blow raspberries. Okay, blow bubbles. That's fine. For me, we blew raspberries in our house, is what we did. Okay, horribly scratchy beard. Right. As he's also coming in, like I said, Christmas for him was a load of old codswallop, and that really wasn't the word he was using. However, my little boy, my brother, okay, thank you. However, he still, he tells us because he felt that Christmas lost its meaning. He's making me feel that Christmas for him lost the meaning. And there has been family conversation around you or around your family that's been sort of saying, do you know what, we're going to just pull it back a little bit. not necessarily because obviously the pennies and such, which obviously is a big thing, but it's like I want to find the essence of Christmas again. So there is just him acknowledging that that's been current conversations and his view as well. Okay, come through, sir. Right, no, okay. I've got to give you a name, Thomas. Tom, Thomas, or Thompson. So he's given me the name Thomas or Thompson for you. Whether that fits up there, down here, I don't know. They just throw names at me, okay? And I've got a George as well. So I've got to give you a George, a Thomas and a George, okay? And there's a Harry. So I know they're traditional names, but Thomas, George, and Harry. Right, okay. Come and talk to me. So, somebody needs to get their eyes sorted out. There is either he suffered with cataracts near to when he passed, but somebody's been having a little bit of a worry or concern regarding their eyes. So he's talking to me about somebody needs to get their eyes sorted out. And there is, like I said, like cataracts either with him or somebody has had as either their vision, their peripheral vision's getting blurry. So this may be him. It may be somebody else, or it may be they've got similarities with him, because he's just talking to me about please make sure that the person doesn't neglect their eyesight, because it's either things feel blurry, or sometimes when eyes can go milky white, because that's what he's given me. Right, as he's taking me into milky white, I've also got to give you a memory. I love how they just jump from one thing to another. As I'm talking about milky white and the eyes, he then takes me to milk bottles. So there is a poignant memory regarding milk bottles. George and Harry are grandfathers. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. But I've got to give you milk bottles. Now, that to me, milk bottles is the sweets with a nice little bit of powder around them. But yeah, okay. But milk bottles can actually mean milk bottles, but there is an importance to milk bottles. For me, like I said, they're sweets, but that's a link as well and a memory. Okay, so you've had your eyes checked. Good on you. So you just want it to feel like it. Even Nikki, you kind of like, I'll do it tomorrow, tomorrow, and we always say tomorrow never comes. But it was just to sort of say, okay, right. Somebody loves reading as well. He says, somebody loves reading. So he's really impressed how this person's reading has really improved. So somebody's either become a bookworm, or you have worked really hard with family members, younger ones, to get their reading up, because he's talking to me. It's really good to see this reading going on around you. Okay. I need to also tell you, not that it's the end of the message, but he's going to be 90-90, sleep tighty, don't let the bed bugs bite you. So either he would have said that to you when we went off to bed, went home, or whether you will say it to others. But it's like 90-90, sleep tighty, don't let the bed bugs bite you. But it's the bed bug bites. Okay, you love the books. He's just come in, not because he didn't want to dismiss Christmas, because it's more about having the essence of Christmas. What he's asking, Nikki is, oh, I'll just say it as, don't get your knickers in a twist. I do apologise, but that's what he's just said. Don't get your knickers in a twist, because he's asking you not to get your knickers in the twist with Christmas and the expectations that somebody else around you is not putting their weight. So either somebody around you, you've done a lot more than what they've done, or you're getting really frustrated because they don't take the time to do things. But he's like, do you know what? Don't get your knickers in the twist regarding it. He's telling me, he says, because he went, the good thing is you can go to bed knowing that you've done what you could do. So either you feel let down that there's somebody that's not done as much as they should have done, or you've just been running around. He's just giving you blue ass, bleep, bleep, bleep. I've just said the wrong way around. Oh my days. This is what he means. He's got a few curse words in there because I'm trying to get it right without saying any naughty words. But he's telling me you're going around like a fly. I got myself in a pickle then. Okay, come and give me that. He tells me October is significant for you, Nikki. That would be a birthday party anniversary. He tells me April's another significant month, and June. So April, June, and October would be significant months. But he's just asking you not to get yourself stressed out. At the end of the day, you've done what you can do, and you can go to bed assured that you've done the right thing. Okay, he talks to me about the 18th as well. So there'll be a birthday party anniversary in around the 18th, unless somebody's having an 18th birthday next year, because he tells me 18th. And with that, I am going to close his connection down because I think he would get you into trouble. He'd be one of these people that you would be, someone who generally doesn't curse. I'm not one of them, unfortunately, needless to say. But he'd be one of the ones that next thing you know, you'd be kind of be a bit of a sailor at times, shall we say. And I'm going to stop there because I can just feel his energy. But he's just letting you know that he's around you, he loves you, he supports you, but just don't get yourself in a pickle. And with that, I'm going to close your connection down, Nikki. Thank you so much for feeding back because it does allow us to work better when we're working with the spirit world. So thank you so much. And I hope just having a little bit of reassurance that he's around you gives you a lovely Christmas. And I say thank you very much. And that is how it works. Generally, your loved ones on a digital point will kind of just start popping in and come through. Right, okay. I need to talk to somebody. I don't know who I'm chatting to. This is a woman I've got coming in, but she is drawing me to, thank you very much, Cindy. She is drawing me to my purple crystals, so my lepidolite and my amethyst. Passed on Sally's mouth for sure, bless you. So I've got to recognise, thank you very much, Nikki. Somebody has recently bought lepidolites. Yeah, somebody's bought purple crystals. Doesn't have to be lepidolite and amethyst, but I'm being really drawn to my lepidolite. I love that word. That's a funny old word. And this lady's coming in. Now, okay, she's making, oh, we're going here, are we, lovely? She's talking to me about how the fact that it's for a gentleman. Billy Hopper. I'm going to come and work with Billy Hopper. I know you haven't claimed it yet, but she's just made me. I'll tell you what it is, sorry. If you know me, you know I'm kind of working with him, talking to him at the same time while I was trying to figure out what's going on, my poor old brain. She kept going to me about whiskers, 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 and I couldn't work out whether she meant whiskers on her face or whether she was taking the mickey out of Billy, who's got a picture with whiskers, but I didn't look down at his picture until I started getting through the imagery of whiskers. So Billy, I'd like to come and work with you if that's all right, please. Now, you may not be able to understand the purple crystals, that's fine, but I would ask you, would you understand that this year you've really been trying to focus on supporting yourself or somebody around you regarding anxiety? Either somebody's anxiety's kind of gone through the roof and you've been calming them down. Oh, brilliant. I do have, and I use crystals. Okay. I might have ruined your Christmas present, but they're talking to me about the properties of lepidolite being calming. It helps. Biggest one helps with anxiety. There is this soothingness, and she's just telling me how she's been aware that either you have gone through it yourself, or you've been trying to sort somebody out, or trying to help somebody sort out their own thought process and trying to help bring down the anxiety. Because I just feel like there's a lot of she's making me feel like there's a lot of I need to do this and I need to do that, and I know it's the Christmas period, but there's a little bit like that. She tells me their head runs away. So I don't know if it's you, Billy, or whether you're just helping somebody that goes through this, because she's telling me it's a little bit like okay, it's a little bit like we're going through one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. Okie dokie. You don't have to tell me whether it's you. That's nothing to do with us, and this is a public forum. As long as you understand what I mean by that. But it's like, okay, she reminds me of an incident that happened to me in the gym a couple of weeks ago, when all of a sudden one thing happens, so that raises your anxiety, and next thing you know, your brain's gone off on different platforms, and next thing you know, you've made the anxiety even bigger. So she's just coming through to come and go, ah, and that's what she's doing. Okay. Understand now, I know you said about your nan loving your dog. Would you understand that? So I'm putting it up because I know you've said that, and I'm a very honest medium. Would you understand that she got to a point where she was trying to learn how to bake biscuits, or she was actually buying specific biscuits for the dog, minus you? Because all of a sudden I keep seeing she keeps talking to me about biscuits, but she tells me that they're not human friendly, that are either for the dog or that there's somebody around you that likes yeah, okay, like well, what about me? And all of a sudden she's given me this gift, and it's got a cellophane in it. So there is something about homemade treats. Now it could be for the dog, or it could be just that somebody around you has had these homemade treats. Because she keeps giving me like the cellophane, like the clear cellophane with little red crosses on it and such like, and it's just beautiful. So it may well be that it's not something you've received yet, or it might be something you've done, or it might be something you might receive like over the Christmas period. But it's a handmade treats is what she's telling me. So I'm not going to work on it too hard, but she's just it's like it's special for, okay, bought them for the dog, you poor so and so. Okay, right. Tells me May's important. Yes, gravy biscuits. Okay, it was just like not a human biscuit. She talks to me about May's important. If that's not a name, that would be a birthday, party, and anniversary. But she tells me May is significant. Okay, come and give me another one. July is important as well, and September. So May, July, and September are important months. Birthday, party, and anniversary. She also tells me the name Scott. It sounds more like Scott than Stephen, but it's because I can hear the S and I can hear the T, but it sounds more like a Scott. Please don't worry about the names. If they're up there or down here, it doesn't matter. She's also given me the name James, and there is, back to S's again. I've got like a Sheila, Cheryl, Shirley. They're always funny, them names, because they're not always clear. But she's given me a Sheila or a Shirley or a Cheryl. Okay, Major. Well, it would be important. Okay. She's asking you. Okay. You may feel at the moment that you're hitting your head against a brick wall. In Essexy terminology, I'm sure that's a terminology across the country, because she's asking you to not get so, what's the right word you want to use, my dear? Don't spend too much energy and time in worrying about people's actions that just don't make no sense to you. The reason being is that Spirit love to use my eyes. Shirley is my mum, her daughter. Yes, thank you. I just see the name. It's like, I still get very excited. They like, as I said, they like to use my eyes, and so they draw me to crystals and such like. And I've got Alice in Wonderland signs, and it's all they keep jumping out is the word sense, sense, sense. And she makes me feel like you're hitting your head against a brick wall because you're trying to make sense of somebody's behaviour or mannerisms. And she's like, do you know what? You know you did nothing wrong. You know that you have tried your best. And at the end of the day, you're never going to fully figure out everybody's reasons and motives, what she's telling me. And she's asking you not to spend too much time and energy over trying to figure it out, because you might not be able to figure this out. And she tells me it's because you're too kind-hearted, not too as in terrible too, but you're so kind-hearted and gentle that their behaviours and actions towards you wouldn't even cross your mind. Now, this, as I said, may not be directly to you. It may well be that you're supporting somebody else and they've been going through these same thoughts and you're trying to understand it. But she said she doesn't want you to spend too much time trying to make sense of other people's behaviours and actions. Because it'll never make sense to you because, as I said, and she's reiterating, you're such a kind, gentle person that they person wouldn't necessarily, they wouldn't see things from your point of view. Okay, very well. Right. I've got to give you pink as well. Pink is really significant with her. So we had the purple, which I know was to do with the anxiety, the light, which is also giving me pink as well. So there's a significance to her and pink. Okay, so that would be important. You might not be able to understand that. You may have to speak to family members, but she tells me that pink is important. Anything else? And please trust your intuition. She's using colours a lot. So either, Billy, you're either a healer, because when those colours kick in and I get to see lots of colours, it either means that A, you're a healer, you do counselling type of thing, or she was a lady that loved colour because she's just bringing all the colours in. So I know we've got the pink for you. I know we've had the purple, and now she's drawing me to my orange calcite, and she's sort of telling me about, just tell Billy to trust his intuition, trust your own judgment. Okay. Is there anything else you want to give them? Right, okay. And can somebody sort the car out, please? Apparently somebody's got a car that needs to have a good clear out. Most of it's recycling. Pink, rose pink, rose pink, she loves. Oh, thank you. There is, she tells me, somebody needs to sort the car out because most of that is easily recyclable if they just made an effort. So she's just telling somebody needs to sort the car out. Okay, anything else, my dear? And she's just asked to say, to pass on her thanks. So thanks to you, Billy, for being such a kind-hearted person. With everything that's gone on in life and around you and friends and family and such like, she's glad that you have stayed your gentle, kind-hearted self. And I hope that makes sense without it sounding too soppy. Is there anything else, my lovely? No. I'm going to leave all her love, her wishes from her best wishes to certain people and her love to others. I hope the message makes sense. Like I said, it sometimes doesn't resonate with us. It's more us helping others. But I do hope that you understand. Don't spend too much trying to figure out people's behaviours and actions. Sometimes it will never make sense. And with that, Billy, I should say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. And I send her all your love. And it looks like tomorrow your job is to go and clear your car out because most of that's recycling, apparently. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much. Right, okay, let's knock on the door of the spirit world to see who else wants to walk in. Okay, right, I've got the name Joan, Joni. So unless somebody is able to take the name Joan, or we have a Joan. So, Richard, do we have a Joan by any chance on the viewers? Okay, because it's a lady. Okie dokie, right. I'm just so Richard's told me we've got Joanne, but I was Joan and Joni. So this may well be my lady's name is called Joan or Joni. So I'm gonna just work with her, see what makes sense. Joanne, I know you are only Joe at the moment, so I'll ask you to listen just to see where we're going with this. So everybody, get ready. I need to give you the name of Joe. It's Joan or Joni, so Joan. Very welcome, Billy. This is in the spirit world. Okay. Oh, so Joanne Lewis can take the Joan. Ah, right. We're going to go with Joanne Lewis then because Richard said Joanne was the only Joe and Joanne. Ah, oh, gold. Oh, gold. And Billy's just gone, Joan was my other nan. All right then. Okay. But that's fine. So, Billy, take your Joan. Because I got a screaming from a Joan from the spirit world because it was Joan and then it was Joe, then it was Joni. Right, okay, but Joanne on YouTube can take Joan. Right, let's see. This Joan and Rebecca says she can take my auntie Joan. Joanne, right, I'm with Joanne Lewis then. Right, Joanne Lewis, I'm with you. You changed your name from Joanne to Joanne and you changed it to the other spelling. But I'm with you then, my lovely, because from Joan to Joanne. But Billy, know that your nan called out as well. Right, Joanne, I'm coming to you because you can understand the Joan part. Right, I don't know how many times I'm going to say that name, aren't I? Right, okay. There's an Elizabeth, a Betty, as well. So there's an Elizabeth, Betty as well. Now that may well be still with Billy at the family coming on, or it could be the Rebecca who could take the name Joan as well. But I'm going to focus on working with Joanne on YouTube. So as I said, I've got the name Beth or Bethany or Elizabeth, Betty. I'm being told that March is a significant month for you, Joanne. So it's birthday, party, and anniversary, but this lady's telling me that March is important for you. Okay, she tells me October is a significant month. What other month, my dear? And she tells me July. January and July. There was two with two J's. What J's are going on quite big actually within the family. So she's telling me that they are significant months. She's also just given me the 17th. So the birthday, party, and anniversary would be the 17th in or around there, she's telling me. Right. Okay. As she comes in, she tells me how she's back to her full physical fitness now. So before she passed, she may be mum, she may be nan, but before she passed, She went from being quite a big lady to being quite a slim lady, but that wasn't necessarily all for being healthy and eating. Some of that was due to being poorly or not eating well, but she's telling she's back to full fitness is what she's telling me. There is also, she tells me, that the pain in her hands, arthritis or struggles to hold things in her hands, is completely gone. She's also telling me how she can now, well, obviously in the spirit world, it's not as such, but she has no shakes either because she makes me feel that she become unsteady near to when she was down here with a cup of tea. I say tea, it could be coffee, it could be a completely different hot drink, but I only drink tea in my house. So for me, it's a hot drink, cup of tea. But she's telling me how she's no longer shaky. So she's back to full fitness. So she's coming. She is a very, there's a lot of love around her, from her. There's a lot of love around her and from her. But I feel that when she was here, it took her a while to figure you out. And then once she knew that you was like a good person and had a strong belief, a sense of self-belief is what she's telling me, that's when she would open up, because she keeps going to me about God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless. So she feels that even she isn't necessarily the most religious lady, she may well be, but she makes me feel that she was a very much a lady who, yeah, I'm trying to figure her out because there is two people here. Okay, right. So we've got a few people saying they can take it, but I'm not going to step away from Joanne, but because I had to Joan. But I'm going to be, so going back to Joanne, and I know a few said you can take Joan and Betty, but I know I need to work with Joanne. So Joan, would you understand that she took a while, this lovely lady took a while to warm up to you, but it was about having a self, she warmed up to you when she knew that you was a good person, if that makes sense. There's just this feeling that she trusted her judgment a lot. Let me see if that makes sense to you, because there is a message for you regardless. If you can't take the bits, it's not a problem. I'll figure out where I am with spirit as well, but let me just see if that makes sense to you and which bit doesn't make sense to you. Right, so Billy says my nanny Joan had cancer, lost loads of weight. She used to be bigger before. Billy, your family's not leaving me then. This is not a good one. Right, okay. This will know where I am. Who's got a toothache on the right side? Right. Who's had toothache on the right-hand side? God bless, before going to bed. Right, okay. I'm not coming away from Joanne, but Billy's overtake everything else. Right, which one of you's got a toothache? God forbid. But somebody had problems with their teeth on their left-hand side, bottom jaw. That will tell me whether I'm with Joanne or not. So Billy and Joanne. Joanne, you're still not going to get away with it. You still will get a message. And I don't know, I can't take this away until somebody's claimed this toothache. So it's either going to be Billy or Joanne, but regardless, Joanne, you're still going to get your message because I never come away from an individual. Can I take my hand away from my arm, please, Spirit? Thank you. No, no toothache. Right, okay, I'm not coming away from you. Right, so no. Could be someone I looked after at work. No, no toothache. Right, okay. It was important about the weight loss, important about the shaking of the hands, no longer shaking. This lady was making it poignant to me about the toothache. I'm glad you haven't got toothache, Joanne. And she's also talking to me about the God bless bit. It's like, God bless. It's that kind of thing, and not necessarily a terminology I would use. Right. Let's see what else can make sense. Jane, you're still going to get a message in 2 seconds. Spirit's making me work because it's the last. I'm the last one of the presenters for this year, and apparently I'm the first one of the presenters in the new year. Richard's just told me, so I think it's just making me work. Right. Okay. Whilst Billy's coming back to tell me whether he knows about toothaches or not, I'm going to go to Jane. Right, Jane, I'm still going to work with you. Did recently have toothache a few months ago, which was better now, possibly me. Right. Okay. Jane, for Billy. Just, I'm going to move on now. I have to have these conversations. Do apologise. I hope you really don't mind about me doing that. Right, okay. Billy, I'm now going to ask your nanny Joan to just kind of thing stop so I can move on. So Joan, I'm coming back to you because I know you was able to take the Joan because you was a Joan and you moved to Joanne. Okay, I would use God. And the God bless was really, really important. It's not a terminology I would use. But okay, and I know I want to be with you, but we figured out that that part of Joan was for Billy. Right, okay. Joan, I need to give you the name Frank. Frank or Frankie. So there's Frank or Frankie to pass over to you as well. Please don't worry about the names. If they make sense, they don't make sense, that's fine. Okay. There is this lady coming through, and what the message she's coming through, she's a quiet lady, but she wants you to know, don't fear the unknown with you. She tells me how there is paperwork coming through for you, that there's either additional learning that you've got to do, or there is something that you are looking maybe to expand upon within your learning, or whether it's a job role, because it's like what you're doing, I want to do a further extension. So this would either be that, my dad's called Frank, we're with you then, right, we're with you, brilliant. There is, and I'm being told, it's like an extension. So this is either you going up into the promotion, or for example, I noticed you looked after somebody. If you're in the care industry, you're going to learn a specific area, because what they're telling me, and they're coming through slowly for you, is please do not fret. You have got the skills and you've got the capabilities. Okay. But there is like, don't worry about the unknown. So there is change coming for you. It is a positive one, but it's like it's an extension to whatever you have done. So it's an upgrade. As I said, a new area of work or promotion. That's what she's telling me. The lady's still there. She hasn't gone. Okay. And she's asking you not to fear this. So if you haven't looked for a job, be prepared. There might be some new opportunities coming for you. Okay. There is also a dryness of the mouth with this lady. So she's making me feel that even near to before she passed, she had a dry mouth, or she kept asking, can I have some water? Because she just keeps making my mouth very, very dry. She's talking to me about needing some water. Whether you told her she had to make sure she sipped the water or something like that. Right, what else do you want to tell me? Right, okay. Someone needs to get a new sofa. She says, just make sure it's value for money. Me as I work now spiritually, okie dokie. It was just an upgrade. You've definitely got an upgrade coming, my lovely. And it's an extension to what you do. But she is telling me, yes, Grandma, and she's telling me about making sure that the sofa, because she keeps drawing me to the sofa, make sure it's value for money. So she doesn't want you to be spending your pennies if the sofa is not value for money. It could be a chair. It doesn't have to be a sofa. A piece of furniture is probably a good one for you. But she's telling me about, don't forget, value for money. Okay. Okay. And there was a fragrance with her that you may well have picked up around with her. She's making me feel like there's a sense of like a baby powder or a fresh linen fragrance. So you might find that when she comes in, it's a fresh smell. So either that would be a memory that you would be able to link with her, or it would be that it literally is like baby powder or that fresh linen smell that you get with her. So it's either a fragrance, or it's, to me, sometimes I get cigarette smoke. I wish I did have baby powder. It'd be so much nicer, wouldn't it? But she's given me these fragrances. Either you love them, or it's memory, or there's an importance to it. But I know she tells me that you will be able to know her and she's around you through fragrance. I was just talking about the sofa of my son's room. There you go. Value for money is what she's telling me. Right, okay. What else do you want to talk to me about? And there's a love of music with her. There is just this love of music, and also she talks to me about you, but there's a collection of music. It's not just, say, for example, I don't know, opera, for example. It could be opera 1 minute, and next minute, I'm not saying that she did, but next minute it'd be like garage. Two completely different genre of music. But she's telling me how that's what she would be like. She loved the collection and different genres of music. Be interested if you put opera and garage together and what you get. But there is this love around it, and there is moons are important with you. So either you've been doing moon work, or you've been talking about working with the moon, because she's just drawn me to my little moon in the corner as well. But she just come through. Took her a while, but she's just coming through for you to have confidence and faith in yourself and trust yourself when it comes to your judgment and your upgrading that you're going to have done and progression, and just trust yourself. Trust your intuition, trust your judgment, because you've got this, girl. And with that, I'm going to leave all her love. Thank you so much for allowing me to stay working with you. I had a beautiful smell when I was out about. It was exactly. It was this was such a lovely smell that I got. I mean, I've got baby powder because I love that smell. I'm going to close, like I said, her connection down. Thank you, Joanne, for being patient with me to allow her to come through. Sometimes it works like that, but I'm so glad I was able to get the message to you and send her all her love, and good luck with your future endeavours, and a Merry Christmas. Right, okay, now we move on to our next person. I've got a song going on my head. Sorry, I've got the song going in my head. Would somebody be able to understand that their ring doorbell keeps going off and there's nobody there? So I've got, you can ring my bell, ring my bell, a ding-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah, I'm waiting for Richard to take the mickey out of me. If I don't sing at least once within a show, then you're all going to be severely disappointed. But somebody's ring doorbell or that type of technology, and okay, and lovely Richard's done a little bit of research. We've also got, with the singer is Anita Ward, and 1979, did you say? 1979. So we've got the ring doorbell or that type of thing where the doorbell's going off. If not, the name Anita would be important, in 1979. We always find, this is when I need Richard with me permanently, really, so I can just find what these songs mean. Right, okay. Sylvie said that has been happening at our previous home. It's just, it's a bit like the doorbell goes off, you change the batteries, it's got, like, and it doesn't have to be ring doorbell, it could just be a doorbell. But it's basically just doorbell. And I know I'm on Facebook. So I know I'm on Facebook because I've just been told blue. Spirit tells me whether I'm on Facebook or YouTube because it's red or blue. Amanda, you love my singing. Oh my days, you must be having a bit of a moment. How many sherries have you had, girl? Right, okay. Right, where am I going? Yeah, exactly, Karen. Karen, hubby normally tells me. Right, let me say. Richard just tell me, right, that's what Spirit's making me. Right, who has also had complaints about Richard's being Richard just said I look like a boxer. Leave me alone, Richard. This spirit's influencing me. Right, okay. We've got the ring doorbell going off constantly, or a doorbell going off constantly. Me not looking like a boxer. Kath said, yes, doorbell, married. No. Would somebody be able to understand, those that have been able to understand the doorbell and understand the year and as possible, would you understand about the fact that somebody's a bit of a nosy parker? You've had to put something, there we go, Richard. I asked Spirit what it was about. And you've had to put them out, like you feel like you are. Sorry, again, this woman struggled to speak before she passed because she's making me feel like my words are all jumbled up as well. Either you have had to put somebody in their place for being nosy, or you feel like your nose is, or somebody around you feels like their nose has been put out of joint, which ties in with Richard saying I look like a boxer. Thank you, Richard. Right, let's see if that makes sense. He's such a complimentary person, Richard is. Right, okay, yes. Somebody is a lady, struggled to speak, doorbell going off lots. Come and give me a name. She tells me that August is a significant month as well, and somebody's nose is out of joint. So either you are not impressed with somebody, or you have had to put somebody straight and sort of say, look, do you know what? It's none of your business. I'm living my life. So you've had to put some boundaries in, and it's put somebody's nose out of joint. Oh, we're all using the phrases today, aren't we? Right, okay, let's see who makes sense. And also August is important. Okie dokie. And I've got to give you the name Catherine. Catherine. Hang on, sorry, the cat's just walking in the door. Right, Kath, would you understand about putting somebody's nose out of joint? Either you had to put somebody straight and sort of say, look, it's none of your business. Richard's right, okay, that makes sense then. Right. 2 seconds because the door's open. The ginger nut cat's coming. Right, and my dad was a boxer when he was younger, and Richard was saying how I looked like a boxer when I was doing that. But I'm not coming away from them putting my nose at a joint. It's like you, if this doesn't resonate now, would you understand, Kath, that you had to sort of say to certain people, no, we're not doing things this way for the lady in spirit. We are doing X, Y, and Z. Or you had to put your foot down, because although I've got the boxer, which is obviously what Richard said, I look like a boxer. Thank you, Richard. I'm not coming away that she's talking to me about putting somebody's nose out of joint. And August is their anniversary, right? I'm with Kath. And I've said about the Kath, but I was thinking of a curly cur, not a kicking cur. So, because she wants to say good on you. So even years when she passed, she wasn't able to verbalize or vocalize what her thoughts were, either because she had was suffering with either Alzheimer's or dementia, or whether her illness was preventing her from to be able to communicate clearly. Because she's telling me that was good on you, and she's thankful because you put people in their place, and that's a good thing. That was not a bad thing, and she wants to say thank you. Okay, because although we're talking about putting the nose out of joint, it feels more like historical than now. But she wants to say thank you. Okay, come and give me another one. I've got to give you Jennifer, Jen, Jenny, Jen, Jenny, Jennifer. So there's a Jen. Sounds more like, yeah, it's Jenny, Jennifer. Yes, definitely. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you very much. And would you understand a little dog in spirit? Because I've got a little dog in spirit. Bear in mind, dogs are all small to me. Yes, the boundaries. Thank you very much, Kath. Because I've got because all I've got now, after Richard said about the boxer, you said about the boxer, then all of a sudden I've got Bugsy Malone going on there. And then I went, "You wanna be a boxer?" I'm not going to sing the rest of that song. So I know I've got that. Then I was given Tallulah. And then Tallulah then took me to a little dog. Yes, things do work this way. So I feel like my memories were jumbled up a little bit. So I know I should have just dementia. But I feel like at times things didn't always connect with mum. So what she wanted to say, okay, like for example, the way my brain's just worked, we've just gone from boxer, Bugsy Malone to Tallulah to a little dog. It feels like that they didn't necessarily make sense, but after a while you would understand where the link was from each one, if that makes sense, because she's just making me feel very discombobulated. That's a good word. But she's making me feel slightly discombobulated. So either she came out with things that you'd be like, what on earth did that come from? But I know I've got a dog in spirit. I know that bit's true because a dog walked in here. It's just more about me linking in with her and Ju and describing some of the things that she may well have gone through when she was here on Earth. Okay. I've got to give you three. Three's important. She tells me to say hello to three. So I'm not saying that if you have a family of 5, 6, and 7, they're not important, but for her, three is really important. So she tells me three is important. Could mean the third, but I was more say hello to three people. So there is three people that were really, she tells me that were key people for her near to when she passed. Okay. She takes me to February. That's important birthday party anniversary. I know we had the three because she just took me to March as well. So she tells me March is important. So February and March is important. Birthday party and anniversary. I'll give you another month, my dear. And November is important. So February, March, and November. She told me the 11th is important. So there'd be a birthday party and anniversary in or around the 11th. This is where Kathy's trying to type like mad. I do apologise. I do just go with your loved ones in spirit so I can get as much message out to you. So there's an importance to the 11th. Okay. There is also, yes, Kath, you had a sign from her. You asked a sign from her. She tells me it was a sign to say, is everything going to be okay? Me and my two brothers, brilliant, thank you. Everything's going to be okay. And you must have asked mum in that type of tone or feeling of a question, mum, is it going to be all right? Is things going to be all right? And you got a sign from her. You were like, Yeah, that ain't my mum. She tells me yes. Now she tells me that you asked this in a space of about 10 days. So it's in the last 10 days, she tells me, that you asked this question. And she keeps telling me, see a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. So again, I don't know whether it's the fact that it was a penny that you saw, you've been seeing pennies regularly, and you've been dismissive. But she's telling me in the last 10 days, you've asked, or you've been chatting to her, sort of saying, Mum, can you give me a sign? Is things going to be all right? Is everything going to work out? Whatever wording you've used, but that under that vein and under that tone. But there's also see a penny, pick it up all day long, you have good luck. So she's been giving you coins. But yes, the sign that you picked up was it. Okay. I need to give you the name Alice or Alison, and Dad's the birthday, so thank you very much. Alice or Alison is important as well, so that's a significant name. Alice, Alison. Kath, you can only do your best. I've asked all the messages and she said, can you tell my Kath, you can only do your best. And sometimes people may think your best isn't good enough, but she said it's a load of tosh. She said, because you can only ever do your best. And she doesn't want you to doubt that. And anybody that thinks that that's not good enough, well, they can jog on. That isn't her word. That is my word. There's that feeling of like, well, do you know what? They can just accept. They just have to accept it because she said you can only do your best at the moment, and you can only do your best with what you know at the moment. That, oh my gosh, you just say that in my day. You can only do your best, and you can only do the best with what you've got, the tools that you've got. Basically, I've got Dad coming in. He's got the tools. You've got the tools. With the tools you've got, you can only do what you can do, and that's what they want you to reassure you is. And if other people don't think it is, like, just jog on. And we use that in our house a lot. We're like, if you don't like it, jog on, because it is a case of like, well, you can't give more than what you're capable of able to give through time, energy, love, and emotion, capability, skills, whatever it is. And that's what she's saying. It's to say it's okay, you're doing it. And yeah, she just wants you to know that. She tells me that May is important. The 27th. Now, whether May the 20th, it's May and the 27th, or the 20th, so it's 27th of May, or whether May and 27th are two separate dates, I don't know. She just told me, tell her the 27th of May is important, although she was really, really good with her dates on the 11th. And with that, Kath, I am going to close her connection down. She's got a really lovely disposition about her. I mean, all your loved ones have got a lovely disposition around her, but I think at the moment you needed a bit of a hug. And it's like the last 10 days have been a bit of a pickle kind of thing. And she just wants to know she come in with a hug. And Dad's coming in, and I've got to give you a Morris Minor. If it's not a Morris Minor, it's a Morris Marina. I don't even know what a Morris Marina looks like, but I've just been told to tell you about a Morris Minor. Morris Mina, Morris Minor, Morris Mini. Something to do with that era, them cars. I don't know whether Dad had one of them cars or such like. And with that, Kev, I'm going to close your connection down and they send all their love, obviously. And I hope that the message to give you some reassurance and comfort. I shall say, I hope you have a lovely Christmas. And with that, we've now come to our end of our evening. Please, if you haven't already, please make sure that you follow the through the like button, the follow button, so that you get your notifications of when SPTV is back and live. Richard, has noticed from Richard that he's been doing a few TikTokies, as I always say. So if you are on the TikTok, please go and check out Spiritual Psychics TV on TikTok as well as Facebook and YouTube. If you want to find me, although I will admit I have been quite quiet on my own page just because, again, Christmas and such like, you're welcome to come and find me. The title of the show is Heavenly Sprinkles, and that's my name on my Facebook page or my TikTok page. You're welcome to come and find me on either of them two platforms. Hands up, I have been quiet, but that's just because life has been super, super hectic. But hopefully the new year, more content can start coming back out and I can start doing a little bit more along with the churches and centres. And as I said, Richard said I'm also the first one back. So I am your last medium for this week. I really hope you all have a festive season. Remember what the last part of this poem says for those who just are ready to say goodbye to this year. There's no need to be merry. There's no need to be bright. Just do what you can. It will be all right. So for those who do not want to celebrate the Christmas period, know that we are sending you all big hugs and do not feel bad for saying ta-ta this year. And for those that are in good spirits and want to enjoy it, I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and a new year. And I will see you in 2025. And so have a smashing time, whatever you're doing. And I'll catch up with you very soon. Look after yourselves and see you soon. See the other side. And that's the year, not spirit world. Take care. Bye.